Thanks so much for that, Leto. Now, the DP's demands were contained in a lengthy document read in turns by his allies. Apart from seeking a postponement of their referendum, they have further demands on the number of seats in Parliament, as well as the proposed position of the Ombudsman in the judiciary. Our very own Francis Gashuri now reports on those proposed amendments to the BBI bill and why critics are accusing the DP of seeking to derail the BBI process.
While acknowledging changes made in the Constitution Amendment Bill of 2020 in consideration of concerns raised by stakeholders after the second Bombers of Kenya BBI meeting, the Deputy President and his brigade, after hours of deliberations, unveiled a list of issues they still consider contentious. They are procedure of recruiting the Judiciary Ombudsman, size of the bicameral parliament, and allocation of the proposed 70 constituencies, as well as the referendum timing and procedure.
I am Deputy President today, and I have the interests of every Kenyan. There are people who support us, and they want a real choice to express themselves. There are issues they agree with, they want to vote for. There are issues they don't agree with, they want to vote against. And there is a real possibility for us to give them a chance to do that.
The BBI team proposed a judiciary ombudsman appointed by the president, subject to vetting and approval by the Senate after a recruitment process spearheaded by a selection panel. Ruto proposing changes in the recruitment procedure.
It is possible for us to agree that an ombudsman be appointed in a manner that is acceptable to the judiciary, either proposed by the JSC or appointed by the Chief Justice and vetted by Parliament, so that we have checks and balances. We do not want to send any signal that we want to compromise the independence of the judiciary. Yet, we must hold the judiciary to account. So we must balance between those two rights.
The cost of running an expanded executive and parliament is also a point of departure in the Ruto camp. While the BBI team settled on a proposed National Assembly of 360 members elected from the single-member constituencies, 6 nomination slots for special interest groups, a top-up list to bridge the gender parity gap, and a 94-member Senate, the Tanga axis holds a different view. It proposes a 413-member National Assembly and a 94-member Senate.
So the proposal we are making is that apart from the 47 women elected in Senate, we should have 47 women elected in the National Assembly. And with that, we should be able to reduce the number of nominations.
But there is a challenge posed by the wording of Article 81 of the Constitution, requiring at least a third of elective public slots be occupied by either gender. This would require at least 169 members of the 2 chambers of Parliament be either men or women. While women would be assured of at least 97 slots in the 2 houses, the Kenyan electorate would have to elect at least 72 women in the 360 constituencies to fulfill the constitutional threshold. On the distribution of 70 proposed new constituencies that, according to the BBI team, should benefit at least 28 counties, a majority of whom are populous, the Ruto team is proposing an adjustment.
That the 70 constituencies will be delimited by IEBC, that we give a window to IEBC to vary slightly, up to about 20%. Because we agree with the original principle that there must be equality of representation.
His push for reopening of the Constitution Amendment Bill has met immediate opposition from BBI Secretariat's Joint Chair Junet Mohammed. Junet accuses Ruto of attempting to derail the BBI train by making fresh demands at the tail end of the exercise, even after over 4 million signatures in support of the process were garnered. ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi, frowning at Ruto's consensus call, insisting time was running out and a decision on proposed constitutional changes must be made before Kenyans head to the 2022 polls. Mudavadi accusing Ruto of taking Kenyans in circles without offering effective leadership on the matter at hand, and termed the multiple question referendum proposal unrealistic.
There is nobody who will resist what is right. The people on the other side are reasonable people. They are also intelligent. That is why they took on board the suggestions that were made by stakeholders after Bomas, even after they said nothing will be changed. So they are reasonable and intelligent people, and they should be able to look at the merit of what we are saying.
Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.